everyone, Atusa here, talking about my favorite subject, self-awareness. And the reason I talk about self-awareness so much is that we all talk about wanting the world to change. But in order to change the world, we first have to change ourselves, change our habits and behavior. One of my favorite quotes from Gandhi is, "Be the change you want to see in the world." And that's why self-awareness is so important. Self-awareness allows you to change your habits and behaviors and thinking to choose what you want, to choose things the way you want it. And we're doing things without even knowing that some of the things we do is because of maybe habits and things we picked up along the way from our parents, grandparents, our community, our country. So just by becoming aware, you're able to see it, and if it's something that you want to change, you can choose things differently. Just to give you an example, maybe when you were a kid, both your parents didn't like seafood at all, no fish. And they probably had stories that fish was bad for you, was contaminated, who knows. So they, as you were born and as you were living in their house, that's what you were with, that's what you believed growing up, that fish was bad and you couldn't have fish. And as you got older and older, you're seeing people eating fish, there's nothing wrong with them, but you'll see that every time you're gonna go have fish, there's a fear that comes up. And if you're self-aware, you'll see that, okay, you're getting afraid. And then you look at this fear and you're like, okay, I'm afraid because I've always heard that if I have fish, I'm gonna get sick. So at that point, you can choose whether to see, okay, there are all these people eating fish, there's nothing wrong with them, and that you're going to try it, you like it, you either eat more fish or not eat more fish. But the point is that when you become aware of yourself, of your actions, of your feelings, you're able to choose. And this is not to say, your parents are to blame for anything. It's just that they probably grew up with some beliefs from their parents, grandparents, so it's been passed down from generation to generation. Just to give you another example, a personal example, I have been a big time runner. I loved running. I still love running, but it's changed. Before being aware, when I used to run, I used to say, I love running. Running is a meditation for me, and I did not like to walk at all. I mean, I went for walks, but only if I had someone with me. And I was pretty good at running. I ran for long distances. I ran pretty fast. And then I came to realize that I was using running literally to run away from my thoughts, things that was going on in my life, just so I wouldn't have to sit with things. And one of the main reasons I ran so fast was that if I didn't run fast, I would start thinking about things as I'm running. So if I ran fast and I ran for a long time, it was the only way that I could stop my mind from churning and churning and churning. And the other thing with my running, and the way I realized it actually, was that on one of my half marathon races, my music stopped working right at the beginning of the race, and I had always been used to running with my music. I couldn't run without my music. So it was a very hard race. I finished it, but it was very tough. And after that, I began to see things in my running why I needed my music, why I was running fast, why I was running long distances. And I used to say that it's for my health, it's for me to get in shape, stay in shape. You know, I ate a large meal, go for a run. But those were all really excuses. And when I sat with it, and for a long time I stopped actually running for months and months because it wasn't enjoyable anymore. When I found out what was the real reason for me running. And when I changed those habits, now I'm back to running. I actually love running without my music because that gives me, allows me to be more present with my environment that I'm running, be more aware of my body, and enjoy my body as I'm running. And also, I enjoy walking by myself with no music. I don't use music now for my walks. I don't need anybody to walk with me. I don't need anybody, well, running I used to do alone anyway. But you see why self-awareness is important and how it comes about in your daily life. And it's just many things. It's maybe words that we use, maybe there are things that we tell ourselves every day or tell our kids every day, just a habit. To give you another example, one of the things I became aware and changed that I wanted to change was with my son. At one point, I saw that I was telling him that I was basically cooking and cleaning for him. It was because of him that I was doing all of that. I was cooking these breakfasts and everything. And then I noticed I don't want to put that on him. That is not, I became aware that that's not the real reason I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I'm his mom and I love him and I actually enjoy making those meals, or all the things that I do. It's not because of him, it's that I'm enjoying doing it. And so I changed my words. Now I say, I enjoy doing these things for you, and if I'm not having fun doing it, I won't do it. So I'm making it my choice, my decision, and I'm not putting any pressure on him that he has to do something now because I'm doing something for him. Anyway, these are just some of the examples of how I've used self-awareness in my life and was able to change things. Really, they could be big or small, anything. It's just if you start paying more attention. And the self-awareness, again, the best way to start is with your breath. Take time out during your day, just a minute or two, not too much long. When you wake up in the morning, after you finish breakfast, before you start your car, before you get out of your car, before you're going to bed. So just 1 or 2 minutes throughout the day, as many times as you can. Bring your attention to your breath. Feel your in-breath, your out-breath. Are you a nose breather? Are you a mouth breather? Do you breathe through your stomach? Do you breathe through your chest? You can even put one hand on your chest, one hand on your stomach to see. But just focusing on that, and you'll see maybe you're breathing fast or you're breathing too shallow. And by just seeing it, you'll change your breathing. And slowly, 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 that impacts other changes because you're becoming aware of other things in your life. And the changes you make for yourself, soon you'll see the people closest to you are beginning to change as well, because now your behavior has changed. They change themselves. Somehow they shift as well, because they're not dealing with the same person anymore. And it's a ripple effect, it's, if we all change, we change the people around us, we change the community we're with, it just expands, and hopefully if we all get to a place that we are loving to ourselves, kinder to ourselves, accepting of ourselves, which all of that requires being aware of yourself, then slowly, the ripple effect will take place and will change our world. And hopefully in my lifetime we'll be in a more loving, kinder, gentler world for everyone. If you have any questions, exercises, call me, email me, or make an appointment, come and see me. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. Always grateful for your presence and for watching my YouTubes. Bye everyone.